New York's Lower East Side has a long history and is known as being the initial landing point of millions of immigrants. From the early days of immigration up until quite recently, this neighborhood served as the first home for many people attempting to achieve the American dream.
Hey everyone, so where we are today is New York's historic Lower East Side. Now, the Lower East Side is one of my most favorite neighborhoods in New York City because it has so much history. So, interestingly, this has been a gateway for immigrants since the beginning of New York, and really the beginning of immigration to the United States. So, a large percentage of Americans can trace back their ancestry in America to this very neighborhood. Especially if you live in New York and you're from the New York area. So if you look around here, there are a lot of old tenement buildings. So we do a lot of tours about history and different places. And sometimes we see mansions, right? But here is where the real people live. This is where the poor people live, right? Since the early beginnings of immigration until very recently. So in the last 20 years or so, the neighborhood has become much more gentrified. So you're going to see a lot more hipster and young urban professional businesses, restaurants, things like that around here, right? But not too long ago, it still maintained its immigrant neighborhood community. So that's what you're going to see around here. You're going to see a mix of old immigrants, but a lot of young urban professionals, hipsters, that vibe as well. So on this tour, we're going to go through the neighborhood. We're going to see the best things to do and see here in the Lower East Side. And we're going to learn a little bit more about the history and what makes this neighborhood so special and probably pretty personal to you or someone you know in your family. So let's start.
The Lower East Side, more than any other neighborhood, tells a real rags to riches story and evokes a sense of appreciation and gratitude for millions of people's struggle of the pursuit of a better life. The neighborhood was notorious as a low-income slum, and millions of immigrants lived in the tenements of the Lower East Side in horribly crowded conditions. This neighborhood is the beginning of their American story. The conditions of the slums were documented by famous writer and journalist Jacob Riis in his 1890 book How the Other Half Lives, and described in extensive detail how much these people struggled to survive. In the late 1800s to early 1900s, this neighborhood was the most densely populated place on Earth. When you walk through the Lower East Side, you could almost feel the extensive use of the surrounding tenements. The neighborhood is characterized by narrow streets meandering their way through a canyon of buildings. Most of the buildings are mixed use, meaning there is a business on the first floor and residences above. This remains much the same as it was during the height of immigration in the mid-19th to early 20th centuries.
So one place that you want to check out when you're here in the Lower East Side is the Allen Street Malls. So that's where I'm in now. So this is basically a linear park that goes through Allen Street. And on a nice summer day, you can see a lot of people, sitting here playing chess. It goes a very long way, like about a mile, right? And you have beautiful trees and a lot of people just hanging out. There's a bike path to go along it too. So it's definitely something to see while you're here.
The neighborhood today maintains an eclectic charm. Throughout the area, you are sure to see several boutique shops, cafes, quirky restaurants, and tons of graffiti, both formal graffiti art and the work of amateur taggers. Interestingly, much of this graffiti has remained from the 1970s and 1980s, when this neighborhood, like many other New York City neighborhoods, fell into horrible urban disinvestment and decay.
Now, I know what you all must be thinking at this point. So, is he just in a seedy neighborhood? And the answer is no, right? So, interestingly, even though this is one of the cheaper areas to live in Manhattan, it's still very expensive, and that's why it's attracting a more gentrified population in recent years. But if you asked me this 20 years ago, I'd say, no, don't go there. It's a rough neighborhood. You got to watch yourself. And I mean, it is in the city, right? So you always kind of got to watch yourself, but it is not a bad neighborhood. The reason it looks so decrepit, I guess you could say, right, is because these are the oldest pieces of housing in New York City, right? And they were incredibly used. So the Lower East Side is famous for its overcrowding during the big immigration years, right? From really 1800 up until the mid 1900s, really. So, these buildings were built to house thousands of people, right? Often people were extremely overcrowded. They were living in 1 or 2 rooms with like 10 people. They shared a bathroom with the entire floor, right? So you're gonna see that in how the buildings are maintained. And even up until today, a lot of these buildings are not maintained properly, right? So it really has a very gritty feel. It's not a dangerous neighborhood. It's just one of New York's, I guess, dirtiest neighborhoods. But you know what? I think that's what gives it its character. It doesn't look like every other major city, right, with just skyscrapers and, your typical chain stores. It's very, very unique. I mean, you're not going to find anything similar to this in the United States, because this really is the birthplace of the American immigrant. So after seeing all of these tenements all day on this tour, you're probably interested in seeing what the inside look like, right? So the Tenement Museum gives you the excellent opportunity to actually see that. So it's an amazing museum. It's a little costly. It's about $30 per ticket. But what they do is they have an old tenement that is preserved from the past, and the actual apartments are preserved from the families that live there. So this neighborhood has immigrants arriving from all different places throughout different times, right? So you can go in and see like an Italian apartment, you can see an Irish apartment, you can see a Jewish apartment, you can see a Puerto Rican apartment, you can see a Chinese apartment. So it really allows you to step back into history and to kind of see how immigrants lived when they first arrived here. Now, it's a guided tour. Takes about an hour, but it's well worth the visit, in my opinion. If you like history and if you like this channel, you likely are going to be interested in seeing the inside of a tenement and seeing how the people lived when they arrived here.
The Lower East Side Tenement Museum offers visitors a chance to look into the lives of how people lived in these buildings. The museum offers several tours of different apartments, and this one happens to be the 1930s Italian immigrant apartment. The guides offer excellent insight into the story and experience of the real families who lived in these small and unmaintained apartments. The demographics of the people living in the Lower East Side today are much different from the demographics throughout most of the neighborhood's history. Since the mid-1990s up until today, the Lower East Side, like much of Manhattan, has experienced a renaissance where thousands of young professionals and upper middle class and wealthy individuals and families are relocating to the city. For a period of about 50 years, from roughly after World War II to right before the turn of the century, Americans fled city centers and preferred suburban living. In the last 20 to 30 years, however, living in the city is now attractive and people are choosing to live in the Lower East Side versus living there out of need for cheap rents. Interestingly, nowadays, the immigrants who occupy these apartments for most of the neighborhood's history would not be able to even remotely afford the rent in the Lower East Side. A one-bedroom in this neighborhood could go anywhere from $1,900 to $3,000 per month, depending on how renovated the space is. There are still cheap apartments going for $1,200 to $1,800 per month in the area, but they have shared bathrooms in the hallways, exactly like the original design. But this is still a pretty penny more than the inflation-adjusted price of about $250 to $400 per month in today's dollars that most people were paying in the late 19th and early 20th centuries.
So if you haven't noticed already, the Lower East Side is an incredible place to get food. There's a ton of cafes, there's cuisine from all around the world. There's a lot of world-class chefs that are kind of coming into the Lower East Side from the more traditional kind of midtown restaurants, right? So this is a great place to come out to eat. You know, brunch is a big thing. We started this tour in the morning, right? So now it's getting closer to noon, 1 o'clock, and you're seeing it's getting much more lively because everyone's out. And you kind of get a pretty good brunch crowd here. So definitely check that out when you're here. So one quintessential place you got to check out when you're here on the Lower East Side is Kat's Deli. So it's on the corner of Ludlow and Houston Street, right? So if you've seen When Harry Met Sally, the famous 80s movie, this is where she had her famous sandwich, let's put it like that, right? So come in here, they have really good sandwiches. They're a little pricey. Sometimes there are lines because of its famous reputation, but it's definitely worth it. You get a big sandwich, and a lot of people say it's one of the best sandwiches in New York. So check it out when you're here.
Katz's Deli has been a staple sandwich shop and restaurant in the Lower East Side since 1888. The establishment is famous for their tasty cold cuts and savory sandwiches. The deli has been featured in many movies and is a must-do for many tourists on their trip to New York City.
As you can see, I'm walking in the middle of the street. So New York City does this thing where certain busy pedestrian areas, it closes off the street and reserves it only for pedestrians and bicyclists. So I'm walking in the middle of the street, and just look it up online. Every day they have a different one, and it happened to be today that they have this one in the Lower East Side. This is on Ludlow Street. And it makes it nice because you kind of walk through and not have to worry about bumping into people, and you kind of have the whole block to yourself. So check that out when you're here, because they may have closed the street on the day that you're here too. Okay guys, that was the Lower East Side. So like I said, it is one of my most favorite neighborhoods in New York City because it has so much history, so much character. The grime and grit of it really make it somewhere interesting, and you almost really feel like you're in Europe right here in America, because you have the small streets, you have all the boutique stores, restaurants, and it really makes it unique. And I highly recommend any visitor check out the Lower East Side when they're coming to New York City. Guys, if you like this kind of content, make sure you subscribe, like this video, share this video, leave me your comments below. Let me know what you think of the Lower East Side, if you have family who lived here back in the day, and your suggestions for navigating this amazing New York City neighborhood. If you have any questions, let me know below, guys. Take care.